Downton Abbey was always a place of peace, tradition, and family. But now, a dark shadow falls over the great estate. A sudden letter arrives, bearing news that could change everything. The future of Downton Abbey is at risk, and no one knows who to trust. Secrets long buried are starting to surface, threatening to tear the family apart. The story begins on a chilly autumn morning. The estate is alive with its usual buzz, servants preparing for the day, the family gathering in the grand dining room. But the mood is different. Lord Grantham, once calm and composed, is tense. A letter from the city brought troubling news. The estate's finances are worse than anyone expected. The great fortune that held Downton together is slipping away. Lady Mary watches her father closely. She knows that if the estate falls, everything she loves will be lost. Mary is strong, determined, but even she feels the weight of uncertainty pressing down. Her brother, Tom Branson, feels it too. He had worked hard to bring new ideas and changes to the estate, but now even those ideas seem fragile. Meanwhile, the servants sense the tension in the air. Carson, the steadfast butler, and Mrs. Hughes, the housekeeper, share worried looks. They know that if the family struggles, their own lives will change. The delicate balance between upstairs and downstairs begins to feel fragile. In the midst of this, an unexpected visitor arrives. A man from the city claiming to represent a wealthy investor offers hope, but his intentions are unclear. Is he a savior or a threat? His arrival stirs suspicion and fear. Some welcome the chance for help, while others warn against trusting a stranger. As the family gathers in the drawing room to discuss their future, tensions rise. Old wounds reopen. Lady Edith, always the outsider, senses an opportunity to prove herself, but also feels the sting of rejection. The family's unity begins to crack as disagreements flare. At the heart of this storm is the question, what is the true price of saving Downton Abbey? Is it worth risking loyalty, love, and honor? The family faces hard choices, and every decision could change their lives forever. As the day ends, the estate feels colder than ever. The grand walls of Downton hold memories of joy and sorrow, but now they seem to echo with uncertainty. The battle to save the home begins, but will it be enough? This is just the beginning of the final chapter. The grand story of Downton Abbey moves forward into unknown territory, where nothing is certain and everything is at stake. Tensions simmer quietly beneath the polished surface of Downton Abbey as the family struggles with the weight of their uncertain future. Lady Mary, usually the image of control and strength, feels the cracks beginning to show. She confronts her younger sister Edith, whose quiet ambition now feels sharper and more dangerous. Old rivalries between the sisters reignite with a new intensity, fueled by fear and desperation. Neither wants to lose their place or their power, but the lines between family loyalty and personal ambition blur. Tom Branson, still seen by some as an outsider, tries to hold the family together with his practical ideas. Yet even he faces resistance. Traditional views clash with the need for change, and old friends begin to question his place in the household. His past as a driver and his humble beginnings become targets for those who fear the changing times. The estate's future depends on innovation, but old habits die hard. Downstairs, the servants watch these dramas unfold with quiet concern. Carson, the loyal butler, remains a pillar of strength, yet even he struggles to keep order when tensions rise. Mrs. Hughes tries to soothe the growing unrest, knowing that if the family falls apart, the staff will suffer the consequences. The divide between the upper and lower floors deepens as whispers of financial ruin spread. Adding fuel to the fire, the mysterious visitor from the city stirs suspicion. His charm and promises of help hide motives no one fully understands. Or, Violet, the sharp-witted dowager countess, sees through the visitor's polished words but keeps her thoughts close to her chest. Her influence over the family is strong, and her warnings carry weight. She reminds them all that appearances can be deceiving, and the greatest threats often come dressed as friends. As arguments erupt over what to do next, Alliances form and dissolve in the blink of an eye. Lady Mary's supporters gather quietly, preparing to fight for what they believe is right, while Edith looks for any chance to turn the tides in her favor. Tom finds himself caught in the middle, trying to bridge divides but feeling increasingly isolated. In these fragile moments, a sudden revelation shakes Downton to its core. A secret from the past surfaces, one that threatens to undo the fragile trust remaining in the house. It is a reminder that the estate's troubles are not only about money, but about the bonds that hold this family and home together. The storm is rising, and Downton Abbey is caught in its center. The walls that once protected the family now feel like a cage. With every secret revealed and every argument fought, the future becomes more uncertain. Loyalties will be tested, and only those willing to change may find a way to survive the coming days. Whispers of long-hidden secrets begin to stir through the grand halls of Downton Abbey, casting shadows darker than the fading autumn light. Outside, behind closed doors, buried scandals and forgotten promises resurface, threatening to unravel the delicate threads holding the family together. The estate, once a place of dignity and grace, now feels fragile, like a beautiful glass about to shatter. Lady Edith, often overlooked and underestimated, discovers a secret that could change everything, a truth about the family's past that some desperately want to keep hidden. This discovery gives her a dangerous edge, a chance to rewrite her own story and claim power in a house where she has always been second best. But with power comes risk, and Edith knows that revealing the truth could destroy more than just her rivals. Upstairs and downstairs, tensions grow sharper. The servants, loyal yet wary, begin to question their place in this changing world. Mrs. Patmore finds herself torn between duty and compassion as she hears rumors that hint at betrayal within their own ranks. Carson, always the steady hand, senses a shifting balance of power and fears what it means for the future of the household. Meanwhile, Lady Mary struggles with her own secret, one that threatens her carefully controlled life. The pressure to maintain appearances weighs heavily on her, and cracks begin to show in her confident facade. The cost of keeping this secret may be higher than anyone imagines, and the risk of exposure looms like a storm ready to break. The mysterious visitor from the city continues to weave his influence through Downton's fragile society. His intentions become less clear, and suspicions rise. Some wonder if he is a savior, others a threat, but no one can deny that his presence changes the game. Lady Violet watches with sharp eyes, her intuition warning that the visitor's charm may hide darker ambitions. As secrets collide and loyalties fray, a tense confrontation erupts in the drawing room. Words cut deeper than knives, and alliances shift in an instant. The family and servants alike realize that the peace they once knew is gone. The estate stands at a crossroads, its future uncertain and fragile. In this charged moment, every character must decide what they are willing to risk for Downton Abbey. Will truth heal or destroy? Will loyalty hold or break? The answers lie hidden, beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered in the most dramatic chapter yet. The heart of Downton Abbey beats faster as crisis sweeps through its grand halls like a fierce wind. The estate faces a threat unlike any before, a sudden financial collapse that could strip away everything the family has built over generations. The numbers on the ledger are grim, and the reality sinks in. Downton may not survive without drastic change. Lord Grantham, once the steady guardian of tradition, now stands at a crossroads. His resolve is tested as he weighs the painful choices ahead. Selling parts of the estate, cutting staff, or accepting outside help. Each option feels like a betrayal to the legacy he vowed to protect. His pride battles with necessity, and every decision carries heavy consequences. Lady Mary steps forward with fierce determination. She understands the urgency and knows that clinging to old ways could mean the end. Yet, her proposals for modernizing the estate spark fierce debates. Some family members resist, clinging to memories of a bygone era, while others quietly support her vision. The house is divided between hope and fear. Downstairs, the staff feels the tremors of change more deeply. Carson's usual calm begins to falter as whispers of layoffs and cutbacks spread. Mrs. Hughes works tirelessly to maintain order and morale, but even her strength is tested. The close-knit household faces uncertainty, and the bonds between servants and family strain under pressure. In the midst of this turmoil, a sudden tragedy strikes. A beloved family member suffers an unexpected illness, adding sorrow to the already heavy burden. The crisis becomes personal, reminding everyone that beyond the money and legacy, Downton is home, a place of love, loss, and human connection. The family gathers in the dimly lit drawing room. Emotions overflow. Arguments erupt, tears fall, and long-held resentments surface. The battle to save Downton is no longer just about survival. It is a fight for identity, for pride, and for the future of everyone who calls this place home. In this dark hour, unlikely alliances form. Old enemies find common ground, and new strengths emerge. The path ahead is uncertain and steep, but the will to endure burns fiercely in the hearts of those who love Downton Abbey. The estate stands on the edge of a precipice. The decisions made now will echo through history, shaping the fate of Downton forever.